Hi, my name's Paul Ryder and you're watching Toffee TV.
Welcome to Toffee TV with me, Ped and Baz. It is the international weekend, or it was the international weekend. So we're going to have a little roundup of things that have gone on this week. International news, other news from the world of Everton. Baz, I know this is your favourite time. You know you love it.
I love international football.
The good news is, though, all the competitive games are now pretty much finished. We know who's going to the Euros. We knew England were already going, but let's just talk very quickly about Ross Barkley. Man of the match performance for England, given to him by, I think, his biggest fan, Glenn Hoddle, who absolutely loves him. Absolutely loves him.
Good that someone does on ITV.
Well, you know, I was listening to Radio 5 actually, and they weren't as loving of him as Chris Waddle made me laugh. Chris Waddle, winger, you know, and giving him loads because he hasn't got the final product, or you know, he set a goal up. But pretty decent performance for England. You can see him growing as the game grew. You know, getting a little bit more confidence. Roy Hodgson doesn't really like players with, you know, massive amounts of ability. I don't think. Well, he certainly doesn't like Mavericks anyway. No England managers like Mavericks, I don't think. But he came out of himself and started playing really well, I thought.
Roy Hodgson, who's tried to take credit for his development.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like hauling him off and abusing him for taking people on, is now saying he's the reason why.
Yeah.
He was good. I mean, it's hard to watch England.
It is hard.
I tend not to watch them because it's grim, but obviously I watched Ross. But they are.
It's grim.
It is. They're just rubbish. They're rubbish to watch. And you listen to the tripe that they come out with, and these so-called pundits come out with, and everything else. Although I do like Ian Knight be having words when we see him, because at half time when England were winning 1-0 and Barkley had played the greatest ball ever seen.
It was all about
to mankind.
All about Theo Walcott, was it?
He didn't even mention the pass.
Oh, did he not?
Walcott's run and goal. They literally didn't mention the pass. If it had been Jack Wilshere, the open top bus would have still been going around London now.
Although he probably would have fell off it and got injured.
Oh, he'd have been smoking
run over by it.
God, he'd have hurt himself getting on it. Fake hard man. He's up there with Hendo for Jack Hardman, and he
scrappy dude.
Stands behind people throwing arms. And Kevin Morales just throws water at me losing. But no, back to Rossi. He was very, very good. He got better and better, like you say, as the game went on. He just looks I think we've said it before, the physicality of him. He's massive, isn't he? But to have someone who runs the players with that ability, and now he is starting to look up and see that pass. A couple of times second half, he got the Al headlines a game and he should have laid it off and tried to beat the extra man. That'll come. And England don't have anyone else like him.
No, they don't. They don't. And I was listening on the radio. I wasn't watching the game and listening. And it's obviously you get a different idea. And it was still sort of querying whether he'll go to the Euros. Thinking, what are you on about? He should be starting games for England. Everyone going will you go to the Euros?
Who will play? Who is their midfield? Hendo.
It's
Jack Hardman.
Yeah, it's like Henderson, Milner,
who's
Carrick. It's basically like the most uncreative midfield you could ever have, and like the whole premise of of football at the moment is about having a really good number 10. Like any good team now has a really good 10. That's like the most important position. And England have finally found a really good one, and all they need to do is leave him in the team and let him develop, get used to the players. You see him within like 90 minutes of how he started the game and how he finished the game, and how he got better and better and started getting onto the runs of players. Because don't forget, he only trains with these players now and again. And they're querying whether he should go, and you just think, what are you talking about?
But you look at that England team, you've got Gary Cahill, who everyone who watches this will know how highly I rate Gary Cahill, who was just below Mick Lyons. You know, now I'm talking about, not when Lyons was good. You know, he's absolutely awful. Chris Smalling, who's another myth.
Well, he's Roy Hodgson's boy, though, isn't he?
I don't care what he is. He's a myth. He should have been left in non-league football. And then, you know, it's you just go through the England team. They're all rubbish. They are. They're good players who just look rubbish. Yeah. Not obviously Cahill and Smalling aren't good, but you go through and you're like, Walcott never looks the same as he does for Arsenal. I just hate the whole thing.
But anyway, Ross Barkley you should just leave him in there and he'll be great. You could pull strings left.
I'm saying who would go with you know, if Ross doesn't go, but it is Roy Hodgson we're talking
Yeah.
about, so maybe he'll try
Benson
and pick,
and Hedges.
pick another couple of crabs up along the way and leave
Yeah.
Ross alone. But
But he had a good game. He got
was
man
good.
of the match, even though it was poor opposition, but that'll do him no end of good. Obviously, Jags was on the bench. Jags is going to be, time this video goes, as he's probably already played, captain for England, which is like the first Everton player ever to captain an England team from the start. That's an horrific stat, isn't it? When you think of the players we've had, Dixie Dean, Brian LeBone, Peter Reid, these natural leaders.
on the Inchcliffe.
Phil Neville.
I was Phil Neville not captain England.
I think
He's probably caught.
I think when he played for Everton, he played in a game where there was 5 different captains, and I think he was the 5th.
He was probably like the one nearest. When
He was like
it was
yeah.
like the 90th minute. Oh, I'll just put it on. Too tired. Everyone's
It's mad that though, isn't it?
It's a straight. Well, yeah, it is a strange one, isn't it? But it's probably another reason my Evertonians, I think.
Yeah. Even plays like Ray Wilson, and you think,
Reid,
yeah.
Stevens.
Very strange, but congratulations to Phil, who said he's querying whether he'll even be going. Which is mad because him and John Stones.
Who's querying himself?
Yeah, he said he's not sure. He said he's starting England games captain. He's not even sure he's going because
How could he?
because of Smallings, because of Jones, because of Cahill, because of John Stones himself.
Stop it, mate.
Well, that was another one. There was on Radio 5 and talking about picking the best England team or the team that should start in the Euros. John Stones right back. They just don't get it, do they?
Oh, but this is the thing. You see, you've got the people the people who get given this airtime to discuss these things are so you know, you've got to have Cahill and Smalling because they play for United and Chelsea. You play the best players. Jagielka is the best English centre.
The best partnership.
Still.
It's the best partnership.
And him with Stones are better than anything else around.
The best partnership.
At England, you know, talking about English defenders. Them two as a pair and are better than anyone else.
Well,
so they should be the England.
Talking about centre-backs, let's just stay on centre-backs. Funes Mori didn't start for Argentina, but they got beat 2-0 at home, and it looks like he's going to be starting the next game. So we'll be starting for Argentina, and then it'll be mad dash back to see if he plays against Manchester United.
I think.
Which, it's either him or De Michaelis, so...
I think John Stones will play.
Well, I hope so. I hope he's back. Anyway.
I just think he will. I think he'll be back.
Continuing on, let's stay over there for now. America, they got beat 3-2 in the Confederations Cup or something. I don't know what it was.
Federations playoff.
Confederations playoff, chaos, Mega Bowl
Cup thing.
Yeah, they got beat. Tim Howard's on the bench. There you go. That's all you need to be said.
Did Brad Guzan wear a Tim Howard top underneath?
To be beat 3 times.
Well,
but anyway, he was on the bench. They got beat 3-2. There you go. Unlucky Tim. Whatever. You're not going to Russia at all. I don't even know if Russia will be there in 2 years. I'm quite confident it won't be there in 3. Put it that way.
That's when the World Cup is. 3 years. So what are you saying? It's not going to be the 2018 World Cup?
No, I'm saying Russia won't even be there as a nation. You know, and don't really want to get into...
If I just sat down with David Icke...
I don't want to get into geopolitics, but, you know, the way things are going in Syria...
Yeah, but it might settle back down, you never know.
I'm feeling Russia.
So where's the 2018 World Cup?
Anywhere. I just don't know. I just don't think Russia will be there. I think it will have been blown up by then. There's Russia...
That's quite a statement,
well, Russia,
I'll be honest.
We'll put it this way, right? Russia have got, like, conflicts in Syria.
No, I know.
Right?
I know.
And Putin was at the Grand Prix looking dead awkward as the national anthem got played because Lewis Hamilton won. It was boss. And then the German one got played because Tingle finished second and he looked even more awkward. That's a different story. Let's move on. I just don't think Russia will be there. It might have changed its name. It might be like the Federation of Galactic Enterprises and
Cybertime.
Well, Skynet. Moving on, back to Europe. No Everton players involved, but Wales did qualify. And I just wanted to mention this because brilliant that they qualified. My favourite place to go on holiday, so, you know, very close to it, you know, very close to Wales. Literally, I can see it literally out the window. But I just wanted to mention because Gary Speed basically started the ball rolling for this Welsh team. He got sort of all those younger players together, and I just wanted to mention because I thought he deserved it. There's a nice few things on like Instagram. Beckham instantly had the tweet, good PR by David Beckham had the tweet all ready to put out, but I think it's
Speedo.
good. Important to mention it. I think.
You're right. He certainly started it all off, and Chris Coleman did kind of dedicate it to him afterwards. Neville Southall tweeted about it. I think every Evertonian is a little bit sad, of course, that he's not still around. I think we all had him down to be future Everton manager, didn't we? And Big Blue, like you say, started the thing off. So it'd be nice if he was remembered. In some way or other by Wales, and I'm sure he is. Because
he will. I think they play.
But fantastic.
Play Tuesday night, don't they? So I think maybe something.
It's just great though that they're there. It's great to see.
I'm absolutely made up. I'm absolutely made up that they're there.
Isn't it bizarre though? Before we go, players like Ryan Giggs, Neville Southall, Ian Rush, Mark.
Why were we going?
Kevin Ratcliffe to do something else. Before, none of them got to play in a major tournament, and yet Ashley Williams will. Unreal.
There's worse players than Ashley Williams.
Oh, I don't know.
There's someone who plays like Milton Keynes Dons.
I think he's better than Ashley Williams and Chris Smalling and Gary Cahill.
Right, staying in Wales' group.
So we're still here. We haven't gone anywhere.
Still here. I don't know where you thought we were going.
I thought we were having the brew. That was also
staying in the group. Belgium topped the group. They beat Andorra comfortably. But no Romelu Lukaku, even though there's no Benteke. He just doesn't like him, does he? He just generally doesn't like Romelu. He's been very critical of him in the past, and I thought maybe what he thought was, well, maybe we'll split sort of the squad in half. We're going to get an easy win and then play. He still might, but it's weird, isn't it? Because he could have scored a bag full. I'm glad he never played, especially with it being on that AstroTurf, which isn't like a good AstroTurf. It's like the AstroTurf with all the mad black pellets in, like there's more black pellets than there is grass, and every time someone runs, you just see them, like literally bouncing up about 10 foot on the air. So I'm glad he didn't play. Yeah, but I'm glad he didn't play. But still a weird one, isn't it?
No, not really, because he genuinely doesn't like him, does he? He criticises him after most games if Ron doesn't score hat-tricks or whatever. He's always got something to say about him, hasn't he? I suppose it's a tough one for Lukaku, isn't it? Because he's your national team manager.
I'll tell you what, this doesn't actually mean anything, but normally Benteke has the number 9 shirt, and Rom has the number 20 shirt, and Rom had the number 9 shirt, and he still didn't play him. It's like, and that doesn't mean...
But I think he probably, then that would indicate he's going to play him in the second game.
No Kevin Morales either.
Oh.
Not even on the bench.
Strange.
Don't even know he was called up, but...
Strange.
Oh, Belgium, they have like mayonnaise on the chips. Weird.
Looks like Wales, but not as good.
Well, they finished top of the group, so...
No, I meant like the country.
Oh, okay.
I don't mean the football.
Okay.
Ashley Williams wouldn't get into the Belgium side. So,
I think the beer in Belgium might be better than...
Yeah, definitely.
But then the sheep in Wales are probably better than the sheep in Belgium.
Wouldn't have no clue what. No.
I'm trying to eat.
No. I've gone.
As I say, I do like going on holiday there. Long walks.
Regularly.
Long walks.
On his own. With sheep.
As
for Kevin Morales,
I do like goats as well. They're a bit more feisty. Let's move on. Kevin Morales didn't play. Scotland. No, not Scotland. Yes, Scotland. Whatever. Let's start with Scotland. The rubbish. Quite obvious.
They had a big win.
They got beat by... No, they drew with Poland. They were winning 2-1. There was like the last kick of the game. Some non-league striker called Ludo Dowski or someone scores to make it...
You know that people are going to be getting... It's him, Lewandowski, played for Bayern Munich.
To make it 2-2. They had the game in their hands. They still had the chance of qualifying or getting third space anyway, and literally just threw it away in the last minute.
Well, he is
proper
rather
Scotland.
good though, isn't he?
Yeah, but it wasn't like an amazing. What I mean is they threw it away.
Yeah, you'd just have people swinging off his eyebrows, wouldn't you? He wouldn't give him any space.
It's amazing.
Let the other players have the space. You just make sure you get 5 men marking him.
They went to Gibraltar. They didn't go to Gibraltar. Actually, they went to Portugal to play on another terrible AstroTurf, I think, and they beat them comfortably. And Naismith scored, which is good for him.
Come on, Mr. Sitter.
And then scored.
So it's good.
Elsewhere in the group, Ireland beat Germany. Amazing game.
Goal, by the way.
James McCarthy probably had his finest game in an Ireland shirt.
Because they played them where he should play.
To shut up all the critics. He
He's only really got one big critic.
Yeah, well, he's got a couple. But he doesn't play because Ireland... He doesn't play where he should play because Ireland have got this amazing player called Glenn Whelan. And he moves James McCarthy out of his position because he's so good at his position. That's Glenn Whelan. Look it up. An actual footballer.
He played for Bayern Munich, Barcelona,
Crystal Palace. I don't know. I don't even know.
I think he can do it on a Tuesday night when it's wet.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So anyway, he keeps James McCarthy out of his best position. That's Glenn Whelan. Does he play for Stoke? I don't know.
Stoke City's Glenn Whelan. That's embarrassing.
So there you go.
It's embarrassing that he's playing for Stoke, let alone that he keeps James McCarthy.
So they win anyway. They win. It sets up a chance to get automatic qualification in Poland. Seamus Coleman was back at right back. That's the big news. Had a decent game. Couple of last ditch tackles. Didn't really get forward that much. Looked like lacking a little bit in that area, but he has been out for a few weeks. But good that he got a full game on as well. James McCarthy played again. Didn't play as good because he was moved out of that position by Glenn Whelan. That's Glenn Whelan.
The Andrea Pirlo of Stoke, apparently.
If you've got one of these,
he is.
Just
Apparently.
just look up Glenn. Even if you don't know what he looks like, just look up Glenn Whelan.
Jake's actually looking it up.
He is. Jake's actually looking it up because he doesn't actually know what he looks like. So anyway, Glenn Whelan. So Ireland got beat anyway 2-1. A valiant effort, and so they're in the playoffs. So they've still got a couple of games to go to see whether they qualify. Whether James McCarthy and Aidan McGeady came on as well, but he was rubbish. So the
Gibbo was sub.
Yeah. So there could be possibly 4 Everton players. I hope it isn't 4. I hope it's only 3.
Might only have 3.
Don't. What are you doing behind the camera? Okay, there you go. He's Glenn Whelan us up. There's a possibility 4 Everton players. Let's hope it's 3 because let's hope Aidan McGeady signed for Sunderland by then. We'll be going to the Euros for Ireland. Any more?
Not nearly to say. Is there?
Mobo, Jobo has a chance. Besic has a chance to qualify with Bosnia if they can get that 3rd place. So there's a chance for him if he's ever fit. At least he can play for them. Do we have any other internationals? I can't remember.
Yarmolenko. Oh no, he's not here yet.
Oh no, Yarmolenko's not here yet. No, we don't need any pictures of Yarmolenko. You're looking a bit Yarmolenko though.
Do I?
Yeah, it's the haircut.
Yeah, but he has like.
I know, but you've got one of those like Ukrainian haircuts though.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Look more like Shaky there, bro.
You want to buy my bread? Anyway, so that's
it, yeah.
That's the international roundup. Other news this week. Brendan Galloway is signing for Manchester United.
Yeah.
Brought to you by the Daily Mirror.
I'm amazed it took this long, to be honest.
Yeah.
Literally amazed.
Amazed balls. So he's moved.
It's just I mean, the Mirror must be. There just must be like a sweepstaking.
Must go
from Everton.
Man United. That's it.
I don't think they have to put the hand in the other one. It's
always Man United.
It's who can United buy from Everton this week? You know, Mason Holgate will be 2 weeks because he's been on the bench once. You know,
there you go.
It's embarrassing, but
the headline basically was Everton struggling to hold on to Galloway.
Has he done us so
What? I mean, how are we struggling to keep hold of him? He's played 7 Premier League games, hasn't he, or something like that?
7.
How are we struggling to keep hold of him? There's this thing, right? And it's been, people say they're worthless. They're called contracts. They're not actually worthless, because what they actually do is stop players moving to other clubs. See John Stones.
See Leighton Baines.
There you go. So there you go. And the other news, let's finish on some positive news. About 3 weeks ago, the news come out that Everton appointed 3 new commercial people into the club. They are Alan McTavish, Sam Lucas and Matt Roach, looking after various things like match day stuff, club partners, strategic planning of sales, and hospitality opportunities. So I don't know what any of those things mean, but that is a really good step that Everton have got. Like one man and his dog looking after everything. They've actually gone after people, headhunted. I know one of those guys, can't be bothered to look which one, was actually got from the FA, and he's like
Go for your enthusiasm. I can't be bothered having a look.
It's on there. It's on our website actually.
It's Alan.
It's on our website. It is at toffeetv.net. Go and have a look. And basically, he came from FA and helped with the Nike deal and all their commercial deals, and is going to go out there looking for partners for us. So that's brilliant. And the news last week came out that Everton kits are once again going to be available in JD Sports, which really shouldn't be news. You should be able to buy kits in the shop. That shouldn't be news, but you can buy Everton kits in JD Sports all over the northwest, in London, in major airports, Liverpool, Manchester, Heathrow. I am told by someone at the club that these two things are not related, and Everton and Kitbag have been working for a while to sort out a deal and get those kits in the shops. But that's really good. That's really good that someone who may not even be an Everton fan can go into a shop and just go, see that kit, that's nice, that I like that, I'll have that. Because people actually do that in the world. They don't have to be fans to buy a kit. So it's a good move forward, Baz.
It should be accessible for everyone, shouldn't it? It shouldn't be difficult. You're trying to sell products, you shouldn't make it difficult for the purchaser, for the pundits, whatever it's called, the pundit, not a pundit,
Pundits.
The punter, to buy stuff. You should be able, if you want something, you should be able to buy it. You shouldn't make a maze to try and buy things, and impulse buying. If you're in a shop and you see it and it's nice, grab it. Not I'll have to go on a website and yes, a lot of people do internet shopping,
but you have to find it, don't you?
You go looking for it where you want everything in front of you.
You might walk into a shop and go, "Oh, Aidan McGeady's my favourite player. I really want that kit."
Ruined the point. But no, definitely a good move. Definitely a good move that the club are looking to try and appoint people with specific roles in terms of commercialism. Everton's commercial side is woeful. Let's be honest.
It is woeful.
Look at the numbers for kit deals, sponsorships. Look at the shared sponsors. All of that rubbish. We just churn out £1 million a year or something when clubs like Stockport probably do 3 times it. So it's important. And look, all kinds of brand building, brand development, all of that partnerships. We really do need to start spreading our wings big time now. The league is spiralling away from us. We've got a good young side, good young players. You need money to sustain that, and the only way to do that is to bring more development, more money into the club. Spread the commercial departments, hopefully it's that bit.
Yeah, most definitely. As I say, it's been a moot point for a long time with Everton fans, this idea that you just can't go into a shop. As you say, it's impulse buying, isn't it? People, the way football is now, there's loads of kids. Was that the same when we were kids?
I've got to be honest, mate, I'm quite sad really, because I'll go into some shops and just seeing an Everton kit makes me go, it's all like that.
Well, it's
because
things
it's
like...
almost like, but specifically in this city, that shop that will not be named and speak, I walk in and have to look to the left as I walk in the corner if I'm ever in there. You often see like Mike Ashley there sometimes.
And Summers.
Like and Summers are everywhere. But this particular shop, I can't look to the right when I walk in if I'm ever in there, because it's just full of the worst kits you've ever seen. But there's never, and it annoys me that in my own city.
That might change soon, though.
Well,
he's bought chairs and kit bag.
Well, when he buys kit bag,
well, he's bought 14%.
I know he is, but he's on his way to buying Everton, isn't he? So there you go. So that'll please a lot.
So that might change, but
no, but I just mean within our own city, I hate walking into shops you can't see.
Well, even I went into JD last week in Prescott to have a look, and there was like the Everton kit, but then there was a wall behind it. Was just low. It's more like all the training. So it's a good first step. It's a good first step. The Everton shop in Liverpool is pretty good. But again, it's weird because you go to Liverpool shops next door, and over the road is a Sports Direct, and they've got massive stuff. They've got like a window with Liverpool stuff in it, and it's like, and that's weird. But if they're happy to do it, and they're looking to have a better, decent commercial thing, then it must work. Do you know what I mean? The more places you can sell your kit.
I'm not a financial expert by any stretch of the imagination, so I've got no clue as to in sales, there'll be people on here who...
Although you did hate your hand using a calculator.
There you go, with my left one now. You know, there'll be people on Twitter who like to analyse and wear masks and put everything, you know, all, at every sale, and they've got the time to look into all that, and that's great. Share sales, I don't know how many we do, and I don't know what the club brings in, but surely if you're putting stock in front of people, there's more chance you're going to sell it. Kids growing up, you're trying to... Football's all about education, it's all about being able to actually access stuff, it's about buying into it. If your kids are growing up and you can't see Everton stuff anywhere...
And also, kids nowadays, they like kids, like, a lot of them get into football via, like, FIFA, the game. Not the
not Sepp Blatter,
not the mismanaged, corrupt international institution that is FIFA. They get into the game and they get
allegedly.
Well, I think it might be.
It's still up at
just
the moment,
for the sake of us. Yeah,
just allegedly.
90-day ban for you for that. They get into playing like FIFA and things, and they just get favourite players. They don't even have teams; they just have favourite players. And they just want a kit with that player on, you know, that player's name on the back. Now, whether that be like Lukaku or
Kone.
You know, whoever, Kone. There you go. Well, you get kids like, you might have a kid.
Barkley's the one, isn't he?
Yeah, because
Young
people will
English,
see Barkley. Yeah,
you know.
exactly. You'll get loads of people who see that performance for England, like we told before, and they'll see Barkley and go, "I'd love his kit." Or or a Belgian fan might go, "I love Rom. I'll get his kit." You know, whatever. You see it all the time here with kids. You know, kids that want a national team kit because they love that play. You know, a Kale, I had an Australia kit. You know, 2006. You know, loads of people did. You find that, so it works hand in hand. Kit Bag have actually, this is stupid, but Kit Bag now you can buy the kits on their website.
Couldn't you before?
No, you couldn't, because Everton had it so locked down that it was literally the only places. It was like the.
So was it Everton or Kit Bag that had it locked down? Or don't we know?
It was Everton, man. It was Everton. It was Everton's deal, not to sell, only to be able to sell on their website and in the two shops. And it's been relaxed now, because it must have been because Kitbag didn't sell on their site, or whether it was Kitbag and Kitbag didn't want to breach their own thing. I don't know, but you can get the kits now on Kitbag as well, which is good because Kitbag is a massive name, and you see they look after Real Madrid, Barcelona, and all those people as well. So you can buy all those kits in the same place. So when someone's on there buying their Messi kit, they go, "Oh, you know what? I'd absolutely love a Gareth Barry shirt to go with my Messi shirt and my Ronaldo shirt." They might. I mean, that's the now thing. They've got the choice. Now they have the choice.
The thing is the being able to do it. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing. So. You know. Hopefully we see more. Hopefully we start seeing kits getting sold more in America. In Ireland, I know there's a big Ireland. A lot of fans want the Ireland kit. Want to buy the kits in the Ireland kit. Obviously, we had Joe last week from the Irish Toffees. You can get them over there, but I think, especially with those Irish players we mentioned before. I mean, the green kit, you can get it with a nice orange number. I know my missus wants it with Coleman on the back. Fair enough. You know, that's if that's where the markets
all
are.
The links, isn't it? And that's what you do. You've got to. You know, you're trying to grow Everton, are not a club awash with money, you know, in terms of, so therefore you've got to attract every little bit of income.
It's good anyway, it's a good start. We did have a show in the summer saying how woeful commercial stuff was on the Asian tour, and it's nice that it looks like things are happening, things are starting to snowball a little bit, and you know, hopefully we get to a point where you can get our kits everywhere, and in America and places like that, which they're hard to get. Because you do hear some horror stories about people buying off the website and things like that. I mean, if you get a top and it ends up being the wrong size, you can't just go down to the shop and swap it. People will end up just selling them on and buying a new one. So tell us what you think about in the comments. Anything about the internationals or anything about Everton kit deals, etc., etc.
Or Glenn Whelan.
Glenn Whelan. Tell us below. Don't forget to touch us on Twitter. It is at Toffee TV1. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We are about 5,200. We're going for them 6,000, but we'll say no more about that.
ToffeeTV.net website. Visit, share, give the video thumbs up. If you're giving it thumbs down randomly, tell us why. We'll just tell us why.
Glenn Whelan.
It'll be Glenn Whelan.
Glenn Whelan.
He's always coming on giving that thumbs down.
Yes, right. Thank you for joining us on Toffee TV. We'll see you soon.